What's up, people? Happy Friday. Hope all of you are having a great day so far. Let's get into this bullshit we call General Hospital. I was excited for this episode when I heard about it a week ago. When I heard that this episode was going to be all about Tracy, I was excited. I was happy until I watched it. From the very beginning of the episode, I knew this shit was going to be basically all about Samira. This wasn't even Tracy's episode. This was Samira's episode. That's pretty much what this all was about. Her. Just like this storyline. Tracy's entire exit, her entire final storyline was about this girl. Not about her and her growth as a character over the years. It was about this girl. And when Tracy was in the court, and they went through the whole dream sequence, and Sonny was the judge, and Diane was the DA, and Scott was her attorney. I thought the court scene was funny. It was a funny court scene, hilarious. But what I loved about this was what I loved particularly. This is probably only one or two things I loved about this episode was we got to see flashback clips of Tracy interacting with people. From Edward to Alan to Monica to Luke to Ned. We got to see all of her struggles. We got to see all of her trials and tribulations, all the craziness throughout the years. We got to see all of that in these flashbacks. That's what I liked. You know what I mean? That was the good part about it. Everything else was just horrible. Horrible. And I found it funny that Sonny was the judge. I said, really? Really? But Sonny did say the other option for a judge was Anthony Zakar. I would have loved to see that. But Tracy passed on that one. She said, hell no. I do not want Anthony as a judge. I'll take Sonny. For real. Um, it would have been good to see Anthony again, though. It would have been good. But yeah, this episode was all about Samira. And I felt like the dream sequence was basically the writer's way of writing it in there that they're trying to guilt Tracy into giving Samira the portrait. That's what pissed me off because I realized that that's what this episode was all about. It was all about guilt tripping Tracy, making her think, oh, she's all evil and this is the only way to redeem herself. I was pissed by this episode. I just felt like it was a slap in the face. Because if you're a Tracy Quartermain fan, or even if you're not a Tracy Quartermain fan, but you've watched the show over the years, then you know her history. And you know that she's kind of like I'm gonna put it out there. She's just like Joe Mascalo. She's just like Gene Cooper. All the David Cannery who played Adam Chandler. All these people that passed away who were iconic soap actors. They were larger than life. Even the likes of Larry Hagman who played the J.R. Ewing on Dallas. Tracy Quartermain is in that same category as them. She's larger than life on this show. Everybody know who the hell Tracy Quartermain is. You know what I mean? Everybody. Even if you're not a soap fan now, but you used to kind of watch it back in the day with your mother, your grandmother, you know who the fuck Tracy Quartermain is. Her name rings bells. She's iconic that way. You know what I mean? So for them to give her this episode that's supposed to be all about her and make it all about some new chick nobody cares about, I feel like it's a slap in the face to the actress. I feel like it's a slap in the face to the fans. Because I mean, if you really watch this episode, it was Samira episode. That's pretty much what it was. I mean, you got Ned stopping the ICE agent from deporting her. He even got some government guy that he knows to give her a 6 month uh, stay in the United States. He extended her visa for 6 months. And this is what pisses me off. So in the end, Tracy ended up giving a portrait to Samira. This is what pissed me off. If the Quartermains got so much money, they got all this clout, and Ned obviously knows a lot of powerful people in government, why are you not using those connections to help get her daughter back? Why just the painting is so important? It's a portrait. Why? Okay, I get it. It's worth $20 million. But there's a lot of holes in his story. Number one, it was never verified if her story was even true. Two, it was never verified who has her daughter. She doesn't even know who has her daughter. So how is she supposed to get her daughter back with that portrait when she doesn't even know? They can't even sell the portrait. And don't you think uh human traffickers slash kidnappers would want the money? They want the cash. Tracy initially offered her the money. She offered to write her a check. Maybe it wasn't for the exact amount of $20 million, but she offered her a hefty paycheck. And she turned it down, talking about the portrait is the only way. How the fuck is the portrait the only way? Don't you think the kidnappers slash human traffickers would find it easier just to get the money? You know how hard it is to fence a portrait worth $20 million? You would literally have to go to the black market to do it. And even if you do sell it on the black market, you would need an international criminal or somebody to even buy the shit. Because nobody legitimate is gonna buy that portrait on the black market. Especially when it was already passed through customs. They already passed that shit through customs and everything else. And they already know that it's in Tracy's possession. So if you even try to sell it to a legitimate person, they're gonna find out. So you would need an international person to sell it to. Duh. So none of this makes fucking sense. They have not verified her story. And like I said, you got all these connections in high government. Why are you not using that? Y'all also got the WSB. Hello, Robert. Y'all know him. Y'all could easily call him and get his help. So I don't get why they're not doing it. Even Dylan said, "How come we're rich?" He was like, "The Quartermain family got a large fortune. Why we can't just give them the $20 million?" Bingo, duh. I've been saying that since this damn storyline began. Hello, you're wealthy. I'm pretty sure combined the Quartermains are probably worth damn near $1 billion, if not already $1 billion, between Jason's money, Ned's money, Tracy's money, Monica's money, and Dylan has a trust fund, and Michael. Y'all all are collectively worth a hell of a lot of money. You know what I mean? So it's like, why did they just write her a check? I don't get why the portrait is so important. And not only that, but these people have risked their lives. Like they risked their freedom to help Samira, a girl they don't even know. Monica could have went to prison for this bitch. You don't even know her. You almost went to prison. If Ned didn't come in with that document that said that she had an extended stay, Monica would have been in prison. And you were willing to risk that, risk your reputation all for a girl you don't even know? How crazy are you? Like I just hate the fact that the Quartermains and Kiki went through all of this jumping through hoops just to help a person they don't even know. Like I get that you want to help people. You know, I'm charitable. I like to help people too. But when you got a person coming on your doorstep claiming that human traffickers have took their daughter and she needs a portrait, but you never verified that story. I just hate that they made this whole episode about her. How can that portrait help you, but the money won't help you? Ain't that the reason why they want the portrait, for the money? The Quartermains were willing to write a check. Hell, they would have ended up. They could have easily withdrew the money and got the cash. I'm pretty sure Tracy's worth way more than $20 million. Tracy's made a lot of money over the years, so I'm pretty sure she's probably worth a few hundred million at best. She would have easily wrote that $20 million check. Come on now. I just feel like this whole thing was just dumb. It made no sense. And this is not how you treat a person who's been on the show for freaking 38 years. Like Jane Elliott has been on the show for over 30 years, and this is how you're sending her off with a storyline that's not even about her. This is dumb. Pure dumb. I've never seen no shit like this. I probably have, but I forgot. But it's like, this is just dumb. Totally stupid. Totally. Just dumb. Like, seriously, you got government agents who can help. You got the WSB who can help. Ned obviously knows somebody in higher government. Why are you not using that? This is what pisses me off about this storyline. Like they could have did so much better with this storyline, and you chose to go this route. Make a storyline about some new person that we don't even care about, and you just disregard the history and legacy of a character that's on her way out in what, a week. Like this is utter bullshit. Total bullshit. Like, no wonder the ratings are slipping. They need to come better than this. Way better. 10 times better. Because this is just bullshit. Hell, like I said yesterday, Anthony Gary got a better send off than this. And his storyline was dragging the fuck along for 2 years. But at least he got a better ending. You know? Tracy, I mean, this is the bullshit y'all come up with for a bitch that's been on the show for 38 years. Excuse my language. I don't mean to call her a bitch, but you know what I mean. Seriously, you did all this for somebody that's been on the show all these years, and this is the send off that she gets. Really? I'm just over the show. I'm just over it. It's like some days I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even want to review this episode. I really didn't see the point in it. I said, why review an episode that's pretty much all about a girl I don't care about? Like I didn't even want to do it. But I said, you know what? It's Friday. I'm not gonna leave them hanging for the weekend, so I'll suffer through and do it. But I just felt like this was complete rubbish and a waste of time. Seriously, this has just been a horrible few weeks for GH. Like this storyline, I feel bad for Jane Elliott, but I will say, Jane Elliott, at least you're leaving this sinking ship. You don't have to deal with these dumbass storylines no more. God bless you. Um, she's a treasure. I'm gonna tell you right now. You don't get actresses like Jane Elliott often. You really don't. Not in the soap business, not in prime time, not she's definitely a gem. Um and she's like one hell of a character. I always did like Jane Elliott as Tracy. I could never see anybody else playing Tracy Quartermain. I couldn't see it. If Jane Elliott wasn't doing it, I probably wouldn't have gotten to the character. But anyway, let me know how you all feel in the comments. I will see you all Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Don't get too drunk this weekend. You know who I'm talking about. See y'all later.